Hello, hello, hello. Where's the mic, man? I could go to the Brio microphone. Tell me if this is any better. Can you guys hear the board? Hello, hello. Oh, here. Okay, it just appeared as an option. My nano is now back. And the board audio should be shared. My desktop audio, rather. Okay. Make it a little bigger here. Okay. What do we got? Queen d7. So I've got a couple good options with this pawn. h6 is probably one of them. This seems very annoying if you're black. I mean, I could just hold here. I mean, something like knight f3 makes a lot of sense. But h6, I think, is really annoying. Because now the bishop, let's say it comes here or here. I'm going to hit it with knight f3. And I might just sneak inside with bishop f6. I did take away an option to take g6. Like, this pawn should probably have just lived there forever. Knight f3, there's no reason I had to do anything. So I'm just fixing some things here so I can see the chat. There we go. Okay. Knight g8 is a very ugly way to stop bishop f6, and this is already reeks of desperation. I think, yeah, they've got some serious dark square issues when almost every pawn is light square, and they're missing their dark square bishop. So, rough recipe there. For some reason, I thought bishop f6 trapped the rook. It doesn't. They can just take and then move, as they now realize. Nonetheless, they shouldn't really be able to guard many dark squares regardless here. For example, if I just try to squiggle inside, we'll see what's going on. Timothy Robbins, Gambit Cow. Yan Yan, what's up? Highly cruciferous. That's a good move. I don't know why I didn't consider it. I think... Oh, no. I was going to say I have take, bishop f4, hitting the knight, and then here, but they have f6. Maybe I should just push e5. This is still going to be very problematic for black. They're not going to be able to castle. e5, though, I mean, is also has the downside of maybe I could have opened the position somehow. I don't feel like I've done this the best way, but it's alright. I think almost everything here is good. I think I'm really in no rush. I don't know what black would do even if they had a few moves. Like, you don't want to develop that. I think queen f6 kills you. a4 is going to trap my bishop, so I will probably just push a4. d4, I don't need to give anything. Brand new Gambit with Bunny on Discord. Yeah. What do you got? Tell me. That's exciting. I think an interesting way to play here, albeit extremely unnecessary, is bishop f6. Take. Obviously, I'm trading like the best piece on the board for maybe the worst piece on the board. But my idea is after takes, which is quite forced, rook moves. Oh, there I think might be even worse. Although it does give knight d7 as an option without queen takes f7. My idea was just going to be to take this. If I take it now, come back, take check. King up, h7, rook h8. Might be difficult to dislodge that rook right away. I think I'm better off dodging the queen trade. Then they play f6, don't they? Queen f4, they play f6. Alright, we can accept this queen trade. I think gives us a very powerful passed h-pawn. This is acceptable. I think next, simply like king d2 and coordinating our rooks to go along with the strong positioning of our pieces. It would be g4, g5 next. Again, I don't think I did this the best way at all. All right. Take care, Mr. Cruciferous. e4, c6, d4, d5, knight a3, your favorite move. It takes, knight c4, knight f6, f3. This is a lot to process. This is interesting. Play d4. I'm going to take on e4 and really just collect that, right? So I think I'm fine with this. Otherwise, knight d7 should be played. I think I'm honestly encouraging them to make a good move, arguably. Next, g4. Now, do I want to play f5 or g5? That's the question. f5's tough without access to this square, right? That's surprising. I'll take it. Again, rook f1. Well, now I can take this. I don't think they should have fought back, so to speak. Now, because now they've got issues all over the board. I just have 24 seconds. There's a study in the Discord. e4, c6, d4, d5, knight a3, dx e4, knight c4, knight f6, f3. This is, I guess, a good move. Now I have an extra passed pawn. Rook a4. Bishop a4. And rook b1, rather. This is, you cannot defend everything here if you're black now. That's fine. Got him a bit tied down. I think my bishop should be there. Right, a trade here and you will lose this endgame. So that's their issue. Yeah, black is stuck here because I got passed pawns on both sides of the board, so I didn't even have to defend the h1. Maybe they could have played bishop a6 last turn to stop this. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, you can't guard any of these squares. My bishop controls the only light squares, which is the only ones you can stop. And so it's just completely winning. There we go. Alright, alright. I think pretty well played endgame once we got there. I think I could have done better in the opening because I had a big advantage, but we won an extra pawn, and then we used that pawn to really tie them down against, you know, they were really tied down by the h-pawn, so then once, you know, they had to shift resources over there, I was able to take an additional pawn, and then once with 2 pawns on the board, as I face this odd d3. Okay, I guess my opponent is doing a little Philidor setup. That's fine, I'll take the center. I have no issues about taking the center. I'll definitely check this out. By the way, Mr. Yang, yeah. The Battlefield Gambit. I will definitely check this out. Maybe I'll even have to play it. 4, knight f6, f3, bishop 5, g6, h4. I understand that in the position you have, this knight's going to come to e5, right? And then just to try and play h4. It's funny that it's the queenside knight coming e5. This is an odd position. I think here they have to go bishop takes f6, because if they take, then I can undo this pin, and then knight takes e4. There's nobody pinning my queen if I just traded my queen. So they have to do this, which is kind of a little Opera House-esque, but alas, it would be the Opera House if I had queen b6 in this position. Alas, it was not to be, and I got a little excited by it. I have a very tricky move. Which is sneaking in there. Don't forget about that once the bishop leaves home. I've pranked a few people with this idea. Just you know, that general pattern. It's a good one. Yeah, so here white should play knight d2 to stop it. Or knight e2, I guess. Regardless, I was not interested in trading queens. So, something to do here. Well, okay, why don't we castle short like a normal person? I was going to maybe castle long, but castling short has its advantages in, 1, I can do it now. 2, potentially f5 makes a lot of sense here. Not that I want to give bishop c4 with tempo, but f5 could make a lot of sense because my rook has a couple tasty targets. Imagine, you know, these two pawns are off the board. Rook would be attacking the queen, and behind it, this pawn. So it has some tasty targets, not just the d file, because the knight just moves, and then I think I kind of have nothing. But yeah, f5 I think is the strongest idea, and my opponent's far from castling. So potentially they should just run away that way. Here they're stopping me from f5. Do I play king h8? Do I play bishop e6, trying to go f takes e6? But bishop e6 has no threat, right? They can just play knight e2. I'm not attacking bishop. Knight a5 makes some sense, but then I'm putting myself in a situation where I could get forked next turn. So what's the best way to undo myself? Out of the discussed options, my favorite is bishop e6. And the reason is knight a5, yeah, I didn't like that b4 was there, although maybe I could have overlooked it, but it was tough. Here, f takes e6 would just pretty much win the game. So my idea, though, is that if knight e2, I'm going to play rook d8, and now I'm attacking this knight. And, of course, that's a situation where if the knight moves, I can just take that for free. Although in that particular line, maybe this is hanging. But let's say I can play take f2 first, and then take this for free. Right? So this is exactly what we get. Pressure on the defending piece. Right? This d2 knight is the defending piece. So, like, I can take it and win material. So you want to attack the defending piece. It's a good idea. If takes, f takes e6, and the queen and the knight are hanging. I've got lots of threats and lots of pieces doing everything. I think bishop d5 is white's best bet. In which case, there's no reason I can't still play... Like I can legally play f5 here. My queen defends the bishop. So that could be a tricky situation where it undermines the defender of the bishop. But I think they're okay. Castles they can play with check. Queen takes e6. Maybe that's bad for them. Things are hanging. If I can make that bishop move. The other option was knight e7 I was looking at. Knight's not really doing anything. It's really restrained by this pawn. But yeah, with that knight hit, that was not the best choice. Because now, well, I can also trade and go rook takes d1, king takes d1. Can I get him? Probably not. Their king's actually decently safe on c2. So I think best is rook takes d2. And to take what I can get here. Bishop takes e6 cannot be played because I can take with check, and I will be up lots of material in that position. How about I'll be up a piece in that position. So here, yeah, I was able to get 2 pieces for the rook, which is a win. And we still can't castle because the king is defending this rook. So it can't go away yet. Gotta slide the rook out of the way, and we'll see if we can continue to keep them on their heels. This pawn is really doing a lot of work. I would be, like, absolutely killing them if it weren't for that pawn. Like knight would come in one way or another. But I'm working with what I got, which is diagonals and files, and just trying to make this other file. So yeah, they're trying to castle. Do I play f5 now? Maybe. Pawn takes f5. I just need to, like, attack that pawn somehow. I don't see anything, but I'm going to trust that there's something there. What do we got? Takes... Okay, this seems good. Takes, queen takes. We're low on time. Might be nothing there. Let's just play like queen g6, which is a useful move. Rook takes f5, queen e4. Can they hang around? Well, they'll lose after queen e4 to rook takes f2. Regardless, we got 27 seconds, but lots of threats. This rook is in a tough spot. Rook e1 would help that, but then I'll kill them on f2. So I've got a lot of guys doing a lot of things. And my next move would just be f6 e4. And yeah, I think I've still completely overwhelmed White's position here. Yeah, that was just left hanging for me. That they decided was their easiest route to give that up. And honestly, I can't blame them too much. An 87 would have made more sense. I just kind of played that out of instinct with 22 seconds. 87 is trading off for their best piece. Let's do that. Let's continue to trade as we are a piece ahead. Oh, they don't want to trade. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Can't blame them. I'm actually barely even downtime. I don't even know why I bothered to do that. I just left that hanging. If they want to dodge the trade again, I can take this. Check. Let's guard that diagonal. Queen g6. Seems good. That forces the queen trade. I can come there and checkmate. King came all the way up there. Alright, alright. What would the Gambit man recommend against d4, knight f6, knight f3, avoiding the Budapest? Yeah, the bishops were absolute monsters here. I mean, we can have a look at that one real quick if you guys would like. Oh, the game's already analyzed. So we had... Yes, give me 1 second to answer that question. Yeah, so my opponent did some stupid stuff in the opening, like lots of pawn moves, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to do good stuff. I'm just going to kind of develop and take the center. So here I'm already striking at the middle and offering to maybe play queen takes d5 because there's no knight c3, which is an annoying thing to do in general. Pressure here. Maybe I'll go bishop f5, castles, hit him with e4, bring everything to the middle while your king's still there, right? This is how we like to play. So bishop g5 already invites me. I've already got a -1 position. Playing takes e4. Recapture is not possible because there is no more pin in this position, and I'm just up a pawn. So this was obliged. And now here we're already at a great start, attacking f2, queen f3, and I dodge the queen trade because I got a big development advantage. I feel like your king's less safe than mine because you're very far from castling, and I can castle next turn. Queen h6 was also with tempo, threatening mate on c1. So they have to play knight d2, and now there are a couple moves from castling. They need boom and boom and boom. So I wanted to stop that as fast as possible, right? So if I just went la di da, right? Okay, maybe this position's still good for me, but like, okay, well, here maybe they should not lose their knight first, but then against this. But I'm trying, like, time is of the essence here. I'm castled, you're not. I want to strike at your king right now. So bishop c4 was played, which is a good move because it stops my biggest idea. But here I play bishop e6 to try and make that happen anyway. And my point is bishop e6 was specifically aimed against knight to e2. I want your next move to, like I'm looking at this position and I'm like, I want your next move not to be knight e2. I'm just trying to do anything, pretty much, that's going to make knight e2 a bad move. And so I'm playing bishop e6 here, and knight e2 is now a bad move because of rook d8. And the principle here is attacking the defender. You realize this knight is a defender, then that's the one you want to go after. Defenders can't really just move out the way so easily because they are defending something important. Knight b3, I would probably have taken on f2 first. Or actually, no. I mean, this knight was defending something else important, which was the d2 square. That's probably a pretty big check. Yeah, life can be tough without that dark square bishop. Right? So this queen's kind of a monster. So, yeah, bishop e6 was playing e2. The best move was queen e2. But again, you know, this continues to keep white on their back heels. And I'm playing rook d8. I'm playing f5. I'm making threats here. I'm making threats here. Right? I'm just trying to keep things as hard as possible for them. You know, I don't doubt this position is defendable. Just that I'm putting them in a situation where a human will make mistakes. So here rook d8 and rook takes d2, and here I'm already up a lot of material. Believe it or not, it's minus 4.8, even though I just won 2 pieces for a rook, because, well, my pieces are also really good. You'll note those bishops were kind of total monsters, and queen g6 was also correct here, because, yeah, this is tough, because I'm going to play f takes e4, knocking the queen from defensive e2. And if you take, I'm going to play rook takes f5. Knight is finally doing its first important job of the game, covering any annoying checks. And again, the queen cannot really hang on there. Because, yeah, queen e4 is going to hit him with a nasty rook takes f2. which is just opening. I mean, this is just beautiful cohesion of all my pieces. How this ends up working. Their queen's hanging if they recapture my rook. Here I can make any check first and then recapture their queen because the dark square bishop has check, and they can't take my bishop because I will take their king. So they ended up just playing knight g3, which is probably for the best, but here I'm just a clean piece ahead, and we won the game. Cool. Subscribe. What's up, Maxime Polka? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Desert Lightning, Gambit Cow. Much appreciated. I got a question about d4, knight f6, knight f3. What gambit would I recommend? I've tried. This is one of the more solid ways of playing. You know, we can't always just crush our opponent out of the opening, like especially as black. You know, if they're doing solid things like developing their pieces and castling their king. So it's one of those unfortunate situations where you can still play aggressive chess in general, but anybody who tells you checkmate in 10 moves against that is lying to you. Castles was played here, and we are going to play knight takes e4. So a lot of people think they're declining the Bushcast Gambit by castling here, but knight takes e4 is a was one of my favorite Bushcast declined lines. d4 is a really good move. d4 is a really good move. The issue is takes. There's rook e1. I've played a little unprincipally, right? Our king's in the center, but takes rook e1, d5. It allows them to play rook e1 because or else there's bishop takes f2 here. I mean, I'll make them think on their time, and then I'll show you. E takes d4 here, rook e1, d5. What they do there, if they're very smart, is bishop takes d5, actually. Queen takes d5, if you can imagine that position. Then they play knight c3 with attacking the queen and with a couple pins on these things. And they're going to recapture e4 with our king still in the middle. So the situation's a little tricky. This leads to an equal endgame. But like I said, this is one of the white's better lines here. Let's not get forked on f7 and c4. We're going to try to go up a pawn, but it's kind of a funny situation. Pawn counts even. If I play here knight a6, I think... Well, I mean, they can do the same thing. They also have c6, potentially. I think I should probably just play knight d7 here, because this is a good knight. Maybe f6 I should have played. Yeah, I think f6 was a better move. That's okay. Well, let's go king e7. Rook king c8 might make more sense. What's best to get out of the way of things? I like king c8, honestly. Desert Lightning, $5. Thank you so much. My super. You are super. Much appreciated, sir. Yes, if you guys would like to be supers, that would be super. Get the custom emotes and challenge me during streams and all that good stuff. Alright. My plan for... I went king c8 instead of king e7 because king e7 felt still vulnerable. My plan for this rook was going to be a5 rook a6. Although I need to not lose this. I think... Well, I could play c3. I was going to go maybe rook e8. I could go c3, I could just come here. I think this is maybe the most logical. I don't know. I think we're just... This is tough to kind of play for a win. We're going to do our best. Yeah, the bishop can really just sit on d4, can't it? There's not a lot I can do about the bishop just chilling on d4. I'd love this trade to happen. I can't force them to take me just yet. But I felt like if I played a5 rook here, then we just kind of draw the game with opposite color bishops. And I'm trying to play for a little bit more than that. So we'll see what we can do here. We're going to do something a little bit more ambitious. Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice of you to say. I really liked our game against each other the other day. That was great stuff. But I really appreciate supporters like you. You guys are the best. You guys are the real heroes. Knight d7. Knight d7 could make a lot of sense. I think this trade seems ugly. And I'm attacking this pawn and forcing them to make a decision. c6, I think I can just pick it off. I would love takes b6. I would love takes b6 and then to go a takes b6, I believe. Now I look like a genius for keeping my rook there because now he's cooking. Now he's cooking. Now my knight could cook. Watch out. It's like a kitchen in here. Here comes the knight to d3. I can choose c5, but I can choose e5. True heroes are the ones that play the gambits. This is true. I was making a really bad reference to this TV show, The Boys. Okay, they're taking away this. What if I do this? This is a cool move, and with a little hidden threat of knight takes f3 check. Rook's doing a good job. I had no interest to just kind of put everything on the d file and trade stuff and then just kind of draw the game. So my opponent sees this idea. Okay, I think this trade is good for me. You know what? First I'm going to go here. My bishop's doing nothing here. I wasn't getting attacked anyway. Nobody was attacking me. This knight feels very passive to my knight. If they want to take it, that is their prerogative. Otherwise, let's get him on d3, and I want to bring this rook into the game somehow. What I'd love is some sort of way to go like rook b5, rook d2, and then trade off for that rook. But I like keeping this guy very passive. So maybe it makes sense to swap these guys on d8. And then I can attack over here. We'll have to see. Oh, this changes things. Take, bishop c... No, I can't play like that. Take. Well, I have no option but to take, because rook b5 there was a4. So here... Oh, this could be problematic. There's rook a8 coming if I don't do anything. Okay, let's just play knight g6 then. That was very smart. It's very smart by my opponent. b4, very good move. As soon as my bishop left there, then there was b4. I lost control of the b3 square. Actually, not that it would have helped even. Because, yeah, interesting. Okay, well that wasn't really a capture I wanted so much. I missed this. I think it kind of undid my advantage. However, this is threatened, and I am trying to play bishop c2 and win this, but somehow I don't think I'm going to just go up a pawn. Like, they have rook d5, for example, to win that. I mean, this pawn seems just very hard to defend in general. But they're getting low on time. We're getting low on time. I think rook e8 now, well, that's back rank made it, so the rook can't come up yet with rook d5, which would have otherwise been a great move to attack this and this. That would be checkmate. And yes, so that makes, I was going to say, makes bishop c2 very enticing. Yeah, I got to go here, but we're just trading. This seems just so even, and I'm trying to avoid evenness. f5, f4, can I bury this? Let's see, I'm just trying to... It's the little victories. Oh! Oh, wait, I didn't even realize that. Wait, that was genius. Oh, I'm going to win. They couldn't play bishop h2 because of this. What? My subconscious was so smart. Okay, yeah, they played h3 to not get checkmated, right? This knight had been on an awkward square for a while, But f5, and then they took here, which I can't blame them for, and f4, all of a sudden the bishop has no squares but to take away the king's last square. And that would be mate, which is why they played rook a2 here, but then takes, and I can mate them anyway by controlling h2. So, wow. Yeah, h3, to not get mated, probably best to just move this knight to maybe a more useful spot. And then the king has some more natural breathing room. And then here, I think it's probably just completely equal. I don't know if the engine will back me up on this. Yeah, plus 0.1. Now it's minus 0.3. Minus 0.6. The best move here was knight h1. That was, like, the only defense. But yeah, f5, f4. Somehow, wait, f4 was... I needed to do it in this move order. Why? Oh, because they had check and trade rooks. They had check and trade rooks. Ah. Well, we missed a couple things. They had check and trade rooks, so I needed to check and now trap the bishop. I needed to now trap the bishop. Because if they trade rooks in this position... sorry. If they trade rooks in this position, then they can go here and nobody will checkmate them. So, interesting one there. We pulled it out. Thank you, thank you. Never thought of opening up the file and going a5. I was thinking king b7. Yeah, king b7 makes sense, certainly. But it was kind of a situation where it was so symmetrical, and if I just kind of brought all my rooks to the d file and just traded everything on the only open file there, then we would have just drawn the game very boringly. So I was trying to create some sort of imbalance where I can have some play on the queen side. Something like this. Thank you guys. Desert Lightning, Gambit Cow, Maxine Polka, Rack, Mr. Blunder Villager, welcome. Uh-oh. Ah. Alright, we'll take the center. I think here d5 is the best move, but I'm actually not sure. We'll just play a better French. I'm happy to trade this if we're getting a French. Happy to trade these guys. Now what's happening? Could just play bishop d3, or I could play e5 first. I like this idea to maybe trade and push e5. And I'll drive this knight backwards as well. I think knight c3 made probably just a lot of sense and was very flexible. But I was very happy to kind of just take the whole middle here. Maybe here a3. Well, the issue is once I put my bishop here, I didn't really see that there's knight f4, which could be annoying. So perhaps more logical to start with this. Knight f4 is annoying. I didn't really see it. Bishop d3, knight f4. Yeah, I think... Okay, well, this trade I'm happy with. Arguably, it's weak, but I like how it supports my guys. It is weak, but it's okay. Do I play bishop d3 and gambit it? Probably not. c4, I think, is a nice endgame. Yeah, why not? I like this endgame with king takes d2 here. Not sure I had the attack I wanted. Maybe rook c1 and queen g5. Maybe there was potential for it. But I like this a lot. Let's just play g3, drive him out. Maybe here bishop to g2 makes a good degree of sense against what was their most probable way of developing. Let's drive that back. If they play h5, then I would love to go knight g5, I was going to say. a4, a5? This makes sense. In the darkness of the light. It is hard to defend a little bit. This c4 pawn. I'm not sure I chose the best path, but it is what it is. That... Oh no, they have native 8 at the end of things. Take. They have native 8. Well, I can go rook b1. Wait, take... Oh, really? Wait, let's not lose that. Wasn't a great choice, yeah. Just gave them that with tempo. Okay, but things are good. Rook c7 and a6, and we defend everybody. Things are good, aren't they? Push, push. Well, in which order, actually? Drive that bishop away. Now we got some pawns to work with. Rook here. Pawns. They're saying, go pawns, go. Go pawns, go. Ah. This is good. Should be. Tough with 7.8, but I think we got it. Oh, that was a little cheeky one. Rook takes a7, I have rook takes f8, right? Oops. I mean, I think this is pretty safe from here. In terms of pre-moves I can make. Just do this the old-fashioned way. There we go. Alright. Tricky one there. Again, I could have gone better from the opening, but we ended up just getting a pleasant endgame. And we generated some passed pawns on the queen side, which did the trick. Sorry, I didn't have enough time to maybe demonstrate things better. What should I do against e3? What if I play f5? Okay. You know, I was going to play b6 here, but I think queen f3 wins this pawn. So, let's do something else. I feel like my opponent wants to play f4. They want to do exactly what I'm doing. Maybe not. What's up, WCO? How you doing, sir? Let's just develop. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do next, but we started with f5. It was fun. That seems a little weird. This seems like a good idea. Does that seem like a good idea? Maybe. Drive that back. We step in with the other knight. Probably the same knight. It was going to get attacked somehow. I mean, this isn't really progress. I didn't have to do that. Ooh. What's this? Knight g4, can I get that? Takes, pawn takes, then I will get that with the rook and the knight. Knight g4, rook f1 is obliged. And then I will take this pawn. I think I'm already winning something here. How do you defend this? Because if you play takes, pawn takes, then you move the knight, and then the rook and the knight will win this pawn. So if you play rook f1 or castle, then I'm taking h4. Also, further attacking this. Here, yeah, pawn takes. This, I think we got the f2. So they're almost have like a fishing pole idea, except they don't. This pawn's in the way. So, sorry about that. Let's take f2. Now this seems really strong. Do I play take, queen takes, rook takes f2, queen g3? Or do I play bishop d6 and bishop g3? Knowing that this knight is still keeping them from castling. Or do I play h6, take, king takes, h takes g5? I think they're all good options. I think this is the most straightforward. Just here for the yan content. I'll try. I've been playing c3 on all the Sicilians, but alas. Is queen h4 more sensible than queen g3? Sometimes it's the little things. Sometimes it's the little things. I don't think this is one of those times. I think they're both good. But sometimes. Okay, now let's reap the fruits of our labor. We have 2 pawns and a rook for a bishop. That seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Good work. Yeah. I mean, again, my opponent's king was in the center for too long. And I feel like this is a common theme. Can I trap this? I was going to say g6, but queen c3. Queen h4. I guess they can go pawn g4. And then g6. g6 suggests itself. Queen c3, e5. This is very unnecessary risk. Like, there's no reason I shouldn't just take this pawn. Okay, g6. For the sake of playing very, very accurately. It's what Fischer would have wanted. g6. Trapping the bishop, not allowing g4. So they're going to try and recapture. They are going to try and go there. Take it. I can really keep these guys locked away with a move like d6. They want queen c4. I can play d5. Try and continue to keep them locked away, but it's better if I maybe have, like, my own ideas. Do I have my own ideas? Let's start by attacking this rook. What would be great is that. Maybe bishop a6 is probably a really good move, actually. It stops queen c4. Bishop was doing absolutely nothing anyway. Takes bishop d3. Okay, I could do all that, or I can just checkmate them in 2. But it was a good idea. It was a good idea. There was just an even better idea. But it was a good idea. Tournament pairings are now closed. Okay. We won. We were 5 for 5 with 2 berserks. Queen e1, queen h4, queen g3. Yeah, queen e8, queen g6. That's a good maneuver in general when you play f5 or any sort of Dutch structures like that. Definitely. Tournament pairings are closed. I late joined that, so I will not win it. We can play 3+2 if you guys would like to see that. Might be good for a change to play something with increment. Thoughts on Chris Levy's Vienna's content? I wish I knew something. I wish I knew about this to give thoughts. What does he recommend? Here, here, here. Kozios mate. That's good, that's good. Yeah, I wish I knew names of stuff, man. I'm not that good with names of stuff, I feel like. I had no idea it was called that. I tend to venture into the territory where there's no names of things anymore. The way I try to approach the Vienna in general is just get the Bushgas bishop and then just hold this. Right? And then something I want to do with my next couple moves is just kind of develop maybe a6 if I don't want knight a4. And I love this diagonal. I love this diagonal. I'm trying to take advantage of it. Knight f3, I'm trying to play bishop g4 and make that trade in most cases so that my knight can have access there. Now, I mean, I'm sure there's more nuance to this, but like, you know, I've gotten this a million times. Like here, here, bishop comes somewhere. Even bishop b5, you can play this nice move, knight e7. It's like here, and I'll play bishop g4. Something like this, and I'll try to play knight d4, develop my pieces, and see what's going on. But yeah, in general, this is annoying. Like, you can't castle. He's a fellow Gambit Chat YouTuber in chat. That's really nice. Sorry, one sec. Yes, I have seen this before. Bishop takes g1, rook takes g1, check, and here, right? This is a gambit for white, though, because, like, here, so the queen goes somewhere, but, like, white can maybe castle quick. Like black is the one who's short on development here. And so I think I'd rather be white. Like, bishop takes g1, like, yes, it's a cool idea, and then grabbing this pawn. So you take it, distract the rook there, now you can go check and take the pawn. But I think this is a good gambit for white, honestly. So I don't do it. I don't do it. After rook takes g1, he plays knight c6, f takes e5, d6. Interesting. He likes Bushgas as well, and has a great Evans Gambit series. Awesome, awesome. That's cool. I'd love to connect with this guy. I can see how this can get dangerous for white very quickly, because with h2 being undefended, whether it's from here or here, and then, you know, in general, like this area of the board seems weak and ripe for the taking with this queen. So yeah, taking that knight can be, I guess, a little annoying. I guess if you're white here, you maybe wouldn't want to do this. You would probably maybe just push d3 and focus on long castle. It's probably the best way to play. But it's an interesting idea. It's an interesting idea because it certainly gets Vienna players off their game. The knight on f3 is very important and covers a lot of squares. And also, yeah, the h2 pawn can be hanging in a lot of cases. Or even the rook can be hanging. I don't know. So, interesting stuff. I still like probably just playing d6, though. But I'll have to check that out. The Battlefield Gambit. Okay, wait. Okay, we're starting in 47 seconds. This new arena. So the Battlefield Gambit, suggested by Mr. Yan Yan and someone else. I'm very sorry, I forgot. Knight a3, his favorite move. Allowing the capture on e4 out of the Caro-Kann, and then knight c4. So then knight f6 and f3. So we're already in a spot where we were down to 12 games in the Lee Chess database. It seems in the same vein as like the Von Hennig or Von Popiel kind of thing.
8.
I like that the knight on c4 can jump
6,
to e5.
5, 4, 3.
Maybe I'll try it out.
2, 1, 0.
I do love my Von Hennig, but maybe I'll try it out. Talking about how the Vienna annoys Bushgas players. That's funny. I'll have to check this out. That is a fair assumption. All right, this is a 3+2 game. So this is going to be kind of like real chess, playing number 2 in the arena because we've got increment. We've got increment. That's big. I said real chess. I lied. We're playing a Von Popiel Gambit. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Get those Gambit glasses on. It's been too long since I got one of these. By that, I mean it's been a couple days. Wow. E5. Good move. Lenberger counter gambit. This is a good way to play against the Von Papillon or Black Mardemer in general. Playing E5, because if takes, then queen takes D1, and already black's actually better attacking this pawn and defending their own. It would be really rough for me if I didn't have a totally other awesome gambit prepared. Queen H5, Snyder attack, sacrifice both pawns. Let's go. Let's go. Queen H5. E takes D4. We're going to play Bishop C4 attacking F7. And this is a really rough spot for black if you're out of theory, because they're attacking F7 there, and which queen spot doesn't lose the game? We'll see. We'll see. Oh, okay. Didn't get that line. We got queen takes D4 line. That's still a fun one. Let's play Bishop E3. He thought I'd have to take the gambit glasses off, that he was counter gambiting me. I countered the counter gambit. It's just called Snyder attack. It's not called Snyder counter gambit. It's an awesome one. It's an awesome one. All right. Queen comes all the way back to D8. I don't know, guys. Do you think we should take this pawn and get our pawns back? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Let's keep developing and attacking here. I actually am not remembering queen D8. I'm remembering queen B4 was long castles. But I'm just playing off vibes. Bishop C4 can't possibly be wrong. We are chasing this poor queen all around the board. This game might actually be over pretty quick, because something like Bishop C5 here attacks the queen. Or Bishop G. Here's the thing. If I play knight D5, they can play actually a good move, which might be knight F6. Takes, takes, takes. Maybe I'm just calculating nonsense right now. If I do nothing, knight F6 can be nasty. Bishop takes, queen takes, rook D8. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Be nice, William. Be nice. This is rude stuff. Check. King takes. Queen takes. I feel like I gave up a lot for the queen in that line. Maybe it's best to just play Bishop G5, knight F6, and then take that knight. That might be otherwise bothering me. Or just play knight takes E4 and just enjoy this awesome position. Knight of castles, knight F6, bishop F7, queen F7, rook D8, king E7, bishop C5, king takes D8, queen takes F7, bishop takes C5. It's crazy that I don't... Oh, I can play queen takes G7, rook F8. I think I'm like out of stuff there. I think I lost some stuff. Okay. We're going to play bishop G5. We're going to play bishop G5 because knight F6 was annoying, and I'm just going to take it. Knight takes E4 made a lot of sense. But yeah, bishop C5 or knight D5, I thought they were going to play knight F6, attacking my queen and driving me back, and I didn't want any of that. Now, castles, knight F6, and just a normal queen move, I still think I have a really nice position. But I didn't want that. So let's get rid of this knight that was going to bother me. And my next move is going to be knight D5. That was the plan. That was the plan. Knight D5, we are not giving them a moment of reprieve here. Yeah, the position looked really good right out of the gate. Looking pretty good right out of the gate. So... what I kind of fear, I don't know why I'm fearing anything, actually. I think this might just be totally lost. They go pawn takes, they choose. Yeah, not a moment to breathe if you're black here. Queen now still needs to stay in contact with F6, or else knight takes F6 check will end the game. White does a good job of covering B4 against this queen. So if you're black here, you need to cover F6 and probably cover F7. No, you're going to give me that. You're going to give me that. So already knight B6 is on the table almost. I think we're just going to castle. You know, I don't have all the time in the world. I think we're just going to castle because this has to be good. Yeah, but any capture here, the queen's recapture defends the F7 point. But now if you're black, how do you move? Knight c6, I was probably going to go knight b6 and just kind of win that rook. Bishop e6, I would take f6. So that's a tough situation. And actually, no matter what, knight b6 is probably my threat. And they do this, and they're probably just going to lose the rook here. Should I go somewhere else with the knight? I'm so happy that this is increment. No, knight b6 is very strong. Their plan was probably takes, king takes, and takes. But even then, I'm just going to take f7. So that can't be great. I don't think they even missed anything in this game. Knight takes c8 is very possible, just because f7's hanging. Let's take a8. Can I do my dreams? No, probably better to develop. Did it work? It might have worked. Yeah, it did work, actually. I takes f7, rook d8. This works now. Takes. Finally, I get to do it. I get to do it. Takes f7, rook d8 check. It's not winning the queen, alas. But we can just trade queens, take everything, and I think this is looking pretty good overall. I think it's looking pretty good. Oh, there was bishop h6 check. Oh my goodness, there was bishop h6 check. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, we missed that. Oh, let's have a look. Okay, there's a lot to analyze. This was a great game. This was a great game. Oh, wow. That could have changed everything. Okay, let's have a look. Interesting game. Snyder attack. Let's talk a little bit about this opening. So this is the Von Poppy. There were a few transpositions here. So, okay, these games are always just so much fun. These are always just Morphy-esque. If only he knew about this line in his time. So we're already... So in a Scandinavian, and we play d4 to transpose into a Von Poppy gambit. We're at d4, d5, e4, takes, right? So that's what we got out of the gate. If you're an e4 player, and you like what you got with maybe the Von Hennig gambit, the Alapin gambit, the Yang Yang gambit, the Gorian gambit, whatever else you got, this is a good weapon to keep in mind against Scandinavians. Or if you just want to learn one opening, then go to the Von Poppy gambit on my channel, where you really just literally only need to know this one opening pretty much. Anyway, here, the main line is, of course, with knight f6, and we play here bishop g5, and then the most common move for black is this move bishop f5, after which we hit him with the rare queen takes f3, attacking here and here, where black has all sorts of problems. And then if they don't do that, then this other, like, let's say they defend everything, then we got this other idea also featured on my channel, where we try and checkmate them over here, this way, which is also lots and lots of fun, if they don't develop their light square bishop. What happened in the game was none of those things, and it's what I would probably recommend for black in this position. And this position is more common than the Von Poppy gambit, because the most common move by far here is not bishop g5, but rather f3, which is the Black Mar-Diemer gambit, which to me is not nearly as good as the Von Poppy because of the very good move black can play here, which is this move bishop to f5. There's no queen takes f3, which is what's made bishop f5 a bad move in the other line, right? Here we were just playing knight takes f3 rather than waiting move. Now they're able to play bishop f5. And whether we trade or just do nothing here, this bishop is going to do a great job defending their king side. And honestly, black's just kind of up a pawn here. So, but anyway, it's a popular gambit because, again, you don't really need to know anything. But bishop g5 kind of, in my opinion, changes everything about this line. So a lot of people here know that this nice counter gambit exists, which is e5, which I would totally recommend to you if you were playing black here. Because e5, almost everyone for white here doesn't really know what to do. A lot of people are here playing d5, after which, black is just totally fine, just defending their pawn and maybe attacking yours. Or they're playing d takes e5, after which they can trade queens, defend their... Both recaptures here are very annoying for white here. Black can now then defend their pawn, attack your pawn, and castle with great development, and might just go ahead a pawn. And knight takes e4 is a doable gambit, but if you're black here, you can really just take and probably shouldn't have too much of a hard time getting your king out of the middle. The best white can do is probably recoup their pawn. So the best option here is the Snyder attack as featured on my channel, which is this filthy move queen to h5. And with queen to h5 here, most people are just being like, okay, here's a great second pawn, and I don't want queen takes e5 to happen, right? But then instead of just taking one pawn, we play bishop c4, leaving our knight hanging after gambiting two pawns right away. So we gambited, they tried to gambit with the Lennenberger counter gambit, and then we countered that. Now bishop c4, we're attacking f7 Very hard to defend f7 in general if you can't castle to make your rook defend it. Because it's great to attack if they can't do that. That's a very important distinction. Because, you know, attacking it, if they can just castle to defend it, then you didn't cause them any inconvenience. They were just going to do that anyway. No, there's no knight to h6 here because of the bishop. They've got to do something kind of awkward with their queen, after which we can play knight takes e4 or even knight d5 in some lines. And this is fun stuff. Full repertoire, also featured on my channel. I can't go over everything in one video, but the full repertoire, this is featured on my channel. Queen takes d4 was played in the game. Bishop to e3. Have I ever had this before? I have. I am 5 for 5 in this position. I am 5 for 5 in this position. What's my record in this position? I am 8 for 9. Someone beat me with knight to f6. They were 26-33. I took here. This is a good way to play if you're black, and now maybe you can castle. It's a good way to play. You're gambiting back a couple pawns for a quick castle. So I like that. But after queen takes d4, bishop e3, we're undefeated here. I faced knight f6, queen d8, and queen b4. In the game, my opponent played queen d8. The engine likes none of them and likes the very unnatural queen d6, which just kind of invites that with tempo. But, I mean, in a lot of cases, like, this is just fun stuff. Like all the pieces are really just pouring in a really, really fun way. Queen d8 was not a great move. And you can see I have the eval bar on here. It's going to swing from -0.8 all the way to +0.7. Right on with bishop c4. The engine wanted takes, and I was none too inclined to just kind of grab pawns. I see here the difference is bishop e7, that's hanging, as opposed to maybe the other line where the knight was blocking that route. But I was none too inclined to grab pawns. Bishop c4, I have no regrets about, again, making their queen move for the 3rd time in a row. And this position was -0.2. Really? I'm going to let Mr. Fish think about this. He's starting to recommend knight takes e4. Yeah, so there's the interesting line I was thinking of with knight d5 attacking the queen. But yeah, here's this good move, knight f6. Knight f6 is a great move, and if I just move away, then they can trade off for that good knight. And now we're in this situation where I thought I would kind of lose this knight. So that was my concern, which is an interesting line. So what I did was bishop g5, which I have no regrets about. So knight f6, and now I can take it. And that knight was really the one thing that could bother me. And g takes f6 was apparently a huge blunder. And queen takes f6 is best. But this is, again, my opponent was a very strong player. And it was a time control with increment and everything. This is why you can't put too much stock into engine evaluations alone. Because this is a situation where if black makes one mistake, they're going to lose. And your opponent is a human. And they're going to make at least one mistake. Whereas, you know, if you make a mistake, like you castle instead of bishop c4 or the wrong order, it's no big deal. They recaptured wrong, and it swung all immediately to a losing position. They didn't have another chance for the rest of the game. They needed queen takes f6, knight d5, queen d6, and I think the distinction here is it's the same position as we had in the game, except the pawn was on f6. So maybe there's like some move like bishop e6, not even bishop e6, knight d7 it's recommending here, which again I don't even understand why you would possibly play knight d7 in this position, but. Yeah, bishop e6 still doesn't work. I think check can win the queen. So, yeah, tough to defend. Really tough to defend. I can't imagine defending this. So, here we play here, now knight d5, and this is already quite good. +2 position. It's not immediately winning, because after a move like queen d6, the knight is now in the way of f7, and we can't get him out of the way so easily. I was thinking about something like knight b6, but it's actually not clear that we're winning the game. Maybe they can arrange a block on d7, and we've sacrificed a lot of stuff. No need to sacrifice stuff when you can just attack without sacrificing stuff. I castled. It liked rook d1 better. Probably some line where there's a check along here, if I had to guess. But again, we're humans. They're computers. So it liked rook d1 better. It's shrunk from +2 to +0.7, and c6 now ends the game. There's knight b6. What was the defense? It was f5. Oh, what a resource. Can you guys, if you guys are watching, try to figure out the purpose of f5. Not even whether you would play it. What's the purpose? Why would black play f5? How does it stop knight b6, which is white's next move? Let's say knight b6 here. Right? I'm now attacking your queen. I'm attacking your rook. If you take this, I'm going to checkmate you. The move... queen to h6 check. f5 opens up queen to h6 check, which is why castles long was not as good as rook d1, it was because of this exact line. If my king were on e1 in this position, I guess it changes everything. Although, yeah, queen b4 check, I guess there would be c3. But queen h6 check, all of a sudden, everything has changed in this position. Queens get traded off, and they're going to take my knight. So, wow, interesting stuff there. But f5, really tough resource to find. Everything else loses because knight b6 is just going to kill you. Knight b6 is just going to kill you. I'm just going here. I'm going to attack your queen. I'm going to control d8, so then that will be mate as well. And bishop e6 is the only thing that defends f7, but it then blocks the queen's defense of f6. So yeah, c6 was a blunder just because it wasn't f5. And now here, knight to b6, I just take the rook, and I think we get... So this wasn't good, which is kind of interesting. This is a +4 position. I was going to say, that's all she wrote, but we did make a couple other blunders each. So I took f7, right? Which is apparently +4 to +0.5. Takes rook d8. King e7. Oh, because it's a forced line, which ends, again, my king's on the wrong spot. I should be here. It's funny, I should be here. There's bishop h6 check, which I noted in the game, and then all of a sudden, oh my goodness, I'm actually losing in this position because they just won my rook, and I was up a rook, but now I'm also going to lose that knight. So that really changed everything. So I shouldn't have even taken c8. I shouldn't have even taken c8, but I did. Right, so this whole line with bishop takes f7 didn't work. It didn't work because of bishop h6 check at the end. What a resource. What a resource. I just need to back up and I'm killing him. I just need to back up. So in the game, yeah, takes. Did not go bishop h6 check. And I blundered it again. Oh my goodness. We're trading blunders here because we are both missing bishop h6 check. Finally, I think I realized it here. They played bishop g7. They were so close. But I just trade rooks. Okay, now I'm up a rook and resigns. Wow, what a game. What a game. Snyder attack. Great line. Great line. Honestly, 10 out of 10 opening. One of the most fun lines to play. You're sacrificing like 2 pawns. You're getting the bishops out really quickly to attack f7, to attack the queens. You're castling your king. Or maybe you shouldn't be castling your king. Maybe the rook should just go to d1 and you should avoid these nasty checks from h6. Who knows? We're breaking new ground there. But super fun line to play. Subscribe if that goes on YouTube. Yeah, we missed those h6 checks like crazy. It was funny. Thank you guys. F3, Harmless Frog is earning their username. All right. I mean, okay. Nice. Nice. Like, I like it. Let's go c4 and b3 and h3. I do agree it's harmless. On that we agree. b5. I have knight takes e4. Ah, what a good move. How is that even possible? This never works. Take the queen. Checkmate. It's not even that good. It's not even that good. I'm probably better off just doing this, but I gotta do it. I mean, isn't that so cool? Okay, takes. I take this, and then they take d5. I don't know. Maybe it's good. I got knight takes e4. Oh. Isn't it cool? Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't. How did that happen? How did that happen? What? 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 F3, E5. I don't know. I don't know. My opponent was 2,000. I don't know how this happened, but I'm just kind of doing normal stuff. Bishop G5. Was this a good move? Was it like objectively was this a good move? It was. It was the best move. It was the best move. It's minus 2.3. Takes because we're gonna take this and then you take my pawn. I'm gonna play like queen e3 and get you over there. But they takes e4. They take here and we mate them. Oh man, what a game! What a game! Oh, he wrote me in the chat. Oh no, someone wrote. Someone wrote to him. This guy's 1800, but number 1 in the arena. What's Berserk? Oh, but Berserking, I lose my increment. I'm now playing 90-0. 90 seconds. Oh, and they have 3+2. So, oh, that is a big difference. Play H4, H5. And attack this pawn, maybe play D4. Spicy. Don't know what's happening here. Okay. Here. This guy was probably too good to give this kind of time edge to. We're gonna see. I think it can be a little awkward for them. They got the pawn on e6 and this stuff opening up. Takes queen d6 could have been good. Bishop d4. Oh, e5. Ah, that's annoying. Don't have anything good here. Pawn takes. Maybe. If castles, I was going to play g4 and h5. Otherwise, queen d6, right? So, I don't know. We keep him guessing. This is kind of how I want to play against the lower rated. e5 blocks things, at least. It's kind of it was a weird situation, but we got to go for it. So we sacrifice that pawn before they're able to open up that. So it's a good thing we included these. If takes, I mean, let's just... I don't know. I don't have much time. My ideas are simple. My ideas are simple. I am a simple man. I see king, I attack. Take and take and here. I am a simple man. I though I feel like I let them off the hook. Maybe not. Damn, they're good. Rook f3, great idea to post in front of your king to guard that f-file. Now I have to reckon with this idea. Although I'm gonna go check and rook takes d7. So they gotta guard that. No, this is very good. This is very good. I think go king f8. This is good still. To e3, king b1. How can they defend? Rook f7. No, rook f7 I can go take, and rook f1. It's their only move, though. Rook f7. Yeah, I'm going to take it and go rook f1. And they might have to give their queen. Oh, just as I was wiping my hand. Okay. I sweat a lot on my hands. Knees weak. Yeah, I think they should give their queen here. I think that's better than the alternative. Yep, they agree. Don't get back rank mated. Oh, rook h8 can be no. I have knight d1. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. You know, they check me there. I'll go knight d1. I think we're just gonna slide king c1. Bishop e3 check. Did not fool me. My king stays safe. They have increment. I don't. That's good. Now we eliminate that. Eliminate that. Stupid check. Yeah, I'll go for it. Okay, we can win this. Would have been easier with the other pawn. What? How did that become so complicated? No, I did this wrong. You kidding? All right. Damn. I had more time than I gave myself credit for. I think like here would have been much simpler to check and take. And then I don't know why I thought this. I don't know. I should have had that back. I should have had that. I had more time than I. It's like I gotta go for it right now. Yeah, the last game was really funny. Go Yan Yan. Thank you so much, Saruva, for 5. I think that's pounds. Really appreciate it. That's so nice. That's so nice. Absolutely. Love streaming with you all. Much appreciated. Do they have Queen H6? You guys are funny. 1700. All right. Now I think is a better spot to berserk. You lost to a cheater. Damn. My opponent tricked me. I don't want to play an Italian. All right. Oh well. Oh well. Let's see if we can't demonstrate what to do. Maybe we'll get that nice short castle. We'll put our bishop on g4. We'll play h6 and g5. Ah. Fun stuff incoming here. What I love most is putting the rook right there. And then watching it open up. Abracadabra. Open my file. The trick here in boring Italians is don't castle short. Castle long. If you castle short, then this pin is really annoying because you'll never be able to play h6 and g5 without like really damaging your king. However, if you play h6 and g5 and are this way, then that's great. That's the opposite of very bad. It's actually very good because it's a great head start on attacking, like let's say you're castled on opposite sides. My opponent saw my idea. Bishop g4, they can play h3. Bishop h5. Okay, let's just go here. I guess h3, yeah, they can play g4 also. Yeah, that wasn't really well thought out on my part. It takes. No, it's not working. Pin is getting a little annoying. I should probably just play h6, but now I don't have g5 anymore, so this was poorly played on my part. This was poorly played on my part, for sure. Shaksa is cheating. Is that true? Damn. Just got a message in the chat that my opponent... Well, I can't play like it's true. I have to play like it's false. Attack this. Yeah, I berserked this game, so they have increment and I don't. I think this is a safe pre-move. Let's go. Boom. This seems like a good idea. Now we can try something on the A file. Seems like a good pre-move. Check A2. I probably need my other rook as well. Maybe to come to b6. Although I can go queen a2 and then rook b6. Seems like a good idea. Yeah, queen a2 and then rook b6 seems like the strongest, assuming they do something like that to not lose their first rank rook. Although I can also hold, you know, if there's nothing urgent going on. They are thinking. What's going on? Oh. I just made a move. I might have made rook c3. Take, yes, yes. Yes, I have this. Check mate. Oh, it's not mate. Is it? Yeah, wait, it is. I have this and this, and then this is checkmate. Nice. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so we made an attack out of almost nothing there. I'd attacked this b pawn earlier, provoked b4, and then I played, well, the position was just kind of locked, and I was able to play a5 to generate something on the king side, and I swung my rook, which also defended the f6 pawn. And they just didn't really respond to it great. I think like something they could have done was put the king on c2 and rook a1 to actually fight for that file themselves. But they weren't able to do that in time, and we crashed through. Thank you, thank you. So Yan Yan, you are in this arena as well. Oh, you're in first. Oh, what? Wow, Mr. Yan Yan was in first and just lost the first game to Shakza. Alright, alright. Okay. Push gosh. Free pawn. Free pawn. Not a good way to play against the bush gas. Not a good way. There's really nothing here. I can take and trade queens. I can also even just play bishop e7. But yeah, there's really nothing here. Maybe this is simplest. I think maybe takes trading queens and they take c5. It was playable, but then I thought maybe they had a little bit of play. Hard to say. Castles. Again, lots of options. Play bishop f5. Here I'm fine just trading and taking their bishop. I mean, I could play something like rook e8. Maybe rook e8's a little annoying. Takes, what's the plan? Rook e8. Takes. Or should I just play f6? This was kind of a clever move. Takes e8, queen takes e8, bishop takes f5. I guess this is hard to defend. Maybe I'll just play f6 here. c6 makes sense unless I wanted that spot for my knight, but otherwise this pawn. Damn, Shaksa played. It's possible. It's totally possible. It's totally possible. Sorry about that. Alright, let's take it. Don't want to allow them rook coordination, so let's make that trade first. Take here now. Just been up kind of a very simple pawn this game. Rook e1, I'm just going to play rook e8. Just going to try and convert this up a pawn. Simple chess, good chess. No issues making that trade. It's like queen e6 to cover lots of squares. Bishop's not doing a lot against this. Neither's my knight. I think my knight should be on this square. Queen's doing a good job covering, you know, any invasions, any threats. There's nothing around here that they can do unless they want to trade queens, which it appears they don't. Alright, what do we think about this offer? I will accept. I like putting their pawn on a maybe fixed dark square. I think that's good long term. I think my next move here is c6 almost regardless. Queen takes, I'm happy to make that queen trade. Yeah, so here, what I want, I think we're achieving what we want here, which was, well, okay, yeah, let's play c6 first, which is keeping these pawns on dark squares. And that's going to be quite important, and we're able to do this almost tactically so, stopping c4 and then stopping e4 owing to takes, and bishop takes c3. And now my next move is f5. So yeah, I get my pawns on the opposite color of my bishop. So bishops are on same color. I want my pawns on light squares so that they can't attack me. And so my bishop also has free reign. Oh, they're trying to stop f5. They are quite clever. However, they still are not threatening e4. Owing to takes and takes here. They're kind of clever. But yeah, their pawns are now going to be stuck on dark squares after f5, meaning they're going to be targets for the rest of the game. So this seems like a good offer. However, I'm a little hesitant because my extra pawn might be this pawn, which would be kind of useless. Well, okay, takes, king e6. e4 takes take. The other option was this, which I think might be safer. I think this is good. My concern was this pawn would be useless, but if I'm able to play f5 and king takes f5, yeah, here I think we're in business after f5 check. So this c6 pawn becomes useful because now we've got a clear 3 versus 3 on the queen side. And I just have a clear extra pawn here. I didn't berserk this, right? I have increment. Yeah, so I just have a clear clean extra pawn in this endgame. You guys can never see it, but my screen spazzes like crazy. h6 I think is very important because now, like, they have an extra move to burn, but now king e6, king f6 I can play infinitely without ever having to worry about king g5. So they're going to have to step back here, which is good. That's what we wanted. So they step back. It's a little tricky because king f6, king f4. I think I need to go for this. Takes. I'm not sure I did that right. Oh, wait. They should have taken. Oh, now I win by a mile. Or I meant win by one move. Not much of a mile. Willing to trade there. Because we are far ahead over here. I'm not sure I did that so correctly, honestly. Not sure I did that the most correct way. So this was all winning up to here, and King F6 is still winning, but I would have won on this foot race. So yeah, keeping the pawn, while their pawn was also still back. So this is like a clear foot race. I think I'm just going to win by a lot. Like I come take this and push, and their pawn is also all the way back here. So it's best to go for that race right now. I still hold, and H6 was a poor choice of square because it's hard to make progress here. I just go here, and they don't come to F4 until I come to F6. Like if in this position, if they have to move, then that's great. I have King G5. But otherwise, it's hard for me to make progress. I have to go for this race. And then apparently this would have just been a draw. G6. Like I'm going to promote, and they're going to promote. But they went King G6 and just allowed my pawn to go. So I guess I got pretty lucky. Interesting. What's up, Jozuha? How many hours have I been live? Oh, I have a little counter here. I've been out live for an hour and 34 minutes. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's possible it happened. Totally is. It's happened to all of us, unfortunately. Okay, 12:26 seems like a good opportunity to berserk. And play Goring. Or not. Facing Queen E7. Alright, against nonsense, we strike. I like both recaptures here. Let's go Queen takes. No knight C6. I like it in general. Queen takes when there's no knight, when the knight can't hit you. Why not? I don't really want to trade queens. How to dodge. My other monitor freaks out. It's really frustrating. You guys don't notice, but it's annoying. Okay. Just don't look at it. Oh, it just cut off. Oh, that's not good. I need to fix that after this game. I need to get a new little cable. Okay, well, I don't know. Let's just go here and castle. I'm getting distracted by this. This does not work. This does not work. That seems like a good spot. Takes. Castles. Yeah, I mean, that's annoying. That's certainly annoying if you are black in this position. And I think my pieces here seem pretty good. Trying to make some ground in this arena. Here. Oh, attack there, attack there. Fork. Now I'm going to take this and rook d8 mate. Boom. Called it. Nice. All right, wait. Let me fix my cable. One moment. Is everything good? 1 second, guys. Okay. Nice. Okay. We're back. Whoa. Why is it like that? We got the chat over here now. Okay, whatever. Everything's good. We are 4th in the arena. And streaking. Let's keep it going. 10 minutes left. I think we spent some time on analysis and such. But we are... Oh no, I drew a game. Yeah, let's play risky. Risky business. Great movie. Alright, this guy is just playing it safe. Big time. Alright, D6. I'm probably just going to go D5. What else? Alright. Alright, so we got a little advantage here. Got a little advantage. Let's bring our rooks. And let's try and go E4. Let's keep up this pressure. C4 here. Take B4. Just going to move somewhere else. Going to swing the other rook. Okay, that's an idea. And then bishop F3 to follow, right? That's an idea. Okay, no biggie. Knight might be a little lonely over there. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Take. Yeah, the knight could... Like, imagine this trade happens, and then I play G5. Can I win that knight? Maybe. Maybe. You know, the chat moved to the left side of my screen. It feels weird. Do I know the Vonderlasse Gambit? It's another hybrid gambit between the Danish and Scotch. I do not. Play rook F8. I'm trying to play F5. Queen H5. Oh, G6. Oh, they can do a double sacrifice. Take twice and then draw the game. Should have played knight e7 then to fortify. This knight e7 would have made a lot more sense than rook f8. I don't know why. I can just draw the game this way. G6. Knight takes... Yeah, maybe I can take it once. I accept once. Like knight takes, f takes, bishop takes, and now don't accept again. So I got the one. So they got the one piece for the 2 pawns. Remember, they have increment and I don't, which is huge. But we are ahead here. Yep, pretty clean. Pretty clean. Yeah, we accepted once. If I took again, then they could have just drawn the game. But we didn't want to allow that. And let's get our rooks cooking. Queen h6, and now here. What I want... Yeah, no, don't go there. That would block this. Bishop f5, probably. Let's just come back. Ah. What was my idea? I guess I have nothing better than this. I thought I had something better, though. I guess I don't. Rook h3, right? That's my plan. We have to give both rooks here. There we go. I assume there was another checkmating idea that was simpler, but we got him. All right, Big Berserk wins, and we're flying. We're flying. Oh, we might even play Mr. Yang Yan in this arena, who is in the bronze medal position. This is a timely reference. Do I know the Wanderlust Gambit? Tell me what the Wanderlust is. Yeah, and tell me what you guys are requesting. Alright, this is an 1800. We might not finish the game unless I berserk. With 4:45 left in this arena. Tell me what... E4, E5, D4, EX, D4, Bishop C4. I see. I feel like that's going to transpose to a lot of things that we know. Oh, wait, they played E6. Okay, wait, this transposed. Alright, D4 now. This move... We take it, right? Oh, that can't be good. I think now we come in there. Or the bishop comes in there. Yeah, they weren't in time trouble, but they were playing like they were. Now, yeah, this is going to be bad. Oh, now it's going to be worse. Comes with tempo. And, ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. So, bishop c3 or bishop f4? Now, if e5, it opens up the queen onto f7. As I look at knight c7, even more brutal. Bishop c3 was another option, but I think knight f6 there. Oh, yeah, that's what I just said. All right, we got him. And the pawn will cover the knight against king e7. Queen takes f7. And my opponent is trying to stall me out, but they cannot. I don't know if they were, but there was 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Oh, wait, maybe we'll get one more game. Oh, wow. We're going beast mode here. We're all the way up to second in this arena. Can we catch Gran Kapanga? Can we catch Gran Kapanga? Yeah, I was going to say, it probably does, right? So, for example, e4, e5, d4 takes bishop c4. Let's say knight c6. Like you're probably playing knight f3 there, right? Alright, well, we gotta berserk and finish this game in the next 2.5 minutes. Let's see what we can do. Alapin Gambit, here we go. No, declined Alapin, which is never a good idea if you're the black pieces. Alright, I don't know what I was grabbing these for. I'm not down anything. Here we go. We got a big center. f6 will do nothing. I will ignore it and play f takes e5. So they're in a rough situation as a French player. Knight coming there is one of the better ideas that they do have. I think I can stop it, though, and play rook c1 against this. We'll see. Why not? I mean, they go here, I'll play rook c1, right? Any reason why not? Otherwise, I'll focus my attentions that way. How can I get him over there? f5, probably a good choice. Okay, let's castle. h6. Thing is, like, I'll need, like, king h1 and all these things. It might be difficult to arrange. Let's do this. I don't know why they would take me. Oh, wow, they did. That was an important bishop for them. That dark square bishop was kind of the defender of all their things. Let's try to arrange old school attacking ideas. I could win the endgame, but I could also go for it. Knight c4, is that a threat? Not anymore. Undo the pin. Okay, well, I drove them to a better location, which wasn't the intention, but let's go for it. Let's go. let's get these rooks open. And my pieces are ready. They are so ready. G6 here. Here we go. That's true. However, I'm gonna attack this. Trying to make some threats. Knight h4. Just trying to keep these ideas flowing. Queen g6. And takes. It's not gonna work. I need this pawn and this. Well, we got lots of things cooking here. Got lots of things. Oh, I had rook takes h6 and queen takes g8. What am I doing? What am I doing? I had it right there. Okay, now I have it again. Rook takes h6 and queen takes g8. Rook takes could defend, but okay. Okay, we did it again. We did it again. Oh, but the time ran out in the arena. Oh, it would have been +5. It would have been +5, a win on Berserk, and we would have leapt into first, but we just barely did not finish that one in time. I wasn't watching the clock. Maybe if I found it last turn, I would have done it. But good game. Mr. Yan Yan, good arena on your part, sir. I think you late joined, and still made it to 4th, and we're winning for part of it, and very nearly podiumed yourself. But yes, during the Olympics, these digital trophies are all the more valuable. I don't know. Good game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. We had quite the good streak there. Thank you. Yan Yan, good games, my friend. Yeah, you opened with 5 big wins, and we're on top of this arena for a little while. Nice stuff. Shame we never played. I guess we were close to each other in the standings. Looking at the study you made of the Battlefield Gambit. Alright. I'll check it out right now. Let's go to the Discord. I guess it would be in opening ideas. Oh yeah, as you said. I'm looking for a link. Got a link for me? Lee Chess. I don't know. Send me the link. I can't find it. So, good stuff here. I think, was there anything worth analyzing there? We were talking about Scotch Gambit transposition. Yeah. I don't think you'll have any issues transposing to the Scotch Gambit. Like here, if you want to play it, you can get it every time by playing your d4, bishop c4, and this is already the Scotch Gambit, right? So it makes sense maybe if you have some other idea in this position. For example, something like c3 and attacking this. This feels a little Danish Goring-y. I don't know if this is working, but it's an idea. I think this seems like it could be good. I don't know. Knight f3 is a very useful move, don't get me wrong, but it feels good to make them play queen e7 before they've gotten that out, right? Maybe now knight takes. I mean, they are threatening knight a5, which is a bit annoying. Maybe you can make something happen here. Knight takes c3, knight a5 is not even the best. No, it is the best. Just not the recommendation. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the point would be. You sent me the study in DMs. Does YouTube Live not let you post links? I can edit this. Oh, oops. I copied the message link. Okay. Okay, the battlefield gambit is against the Caro Khan. The plan... So, you guys know the von Hennig gambit, which is this with bishop c4, with ideas of f3 at some moment. Knight a3 takes knight c4. So we're going to bring this knight to e5. It does almost beg the question a little bit why you wouldn't put the knight that gets to e5 a little faster. But I am keeping an open mind. Here, knight f6, f3. Takes, knight takes. Okay. Bishop g4, c3. To solidify things. e6. Bishop out. I do think this is nice. I mean, it's pleasant. I like the knight on c4. I like white's position in general. I think things are good. Like this is a big idea. I get the benefit of I do get the benefit of having both knights in this part of the board. And then we just kind of have these classic ideas of, oh, is that working? It's nice to have both knights pouring in there. Cute. Was this a game? I like that. I do think if you're black, you probably want to put your bishop on f5. I think that is the best defensive resource against that diagonal. Let's see what we got in this next chapter. So b5, yes, it feels like you're helping white. Bring the knight there and also making c6 weak. And, ooh, doing a little dance with our knight there. Okay, I guess this is another game. Nice. Takes knight in, f3. Okay, bishop f5 to solidify this. Here I was thinking, like, the idea of maybe playing knight e5 and then h4 to try and trap the bishop. And then when they play h6, that's when we take it. I was thinking that might be an idea. This seems good. This position seems good. Whatever happened here, we chased the black bishop around, and they did not much else. Well, our pieces came into the game, and now they're defending f7 awkwardly. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I think if I were black, I would probably take it and play bishop f5. And then I would probably play like e6 in here. But I do like this idea. h5, g5, here. I think that is tricky because I think bishop f5 first seems very tempting, but they run into a tough situation because of the combo of h4 threatening to trap the bishop and making them play here, and then knight e5 threatening to take it becomes a big threat. So thank you very much for sharing this. It was cool stuff. I'll probably try it. Try it one time. Why not? And in general, it's very hard to top the von Hennig, which I think is just so tricky and works so well against absolutely any level. And it's honestly right up there with my favorite gambits to play for either color in any line. So, just fun stuff there. Just fun stuff there. Instead of h5, e takes f3 was the best line. Here, e takes f3. That makes sense, because you're giving the bishop this square, right? g5. Maybe like f2 check and 84 check, but I guess it does nothing. King will come back. So here, if I'm black, should I play this? Or no? Okay. Here takes knight g3. Oh, wow, h5. Nice. I love I like these clever ideas. H5, take the rook. Interesting sacrifice. I guess this is the top engine line. Are we winning here? Rook d7, bishop. I don't know what's happening. Interesting. So, what's happening here? So we're trying to trap the bishop. They play e takes f3 to give themselves a square. We play g5 and then take it. And now if you're black, you're like, okay, well, they might play knight e5 and take my bishop and such. I should play knight g3 and take their light square bishop, and then I won't have any issues. But we hit him with h5, after which chaos ensues with takes, and then this, and now we've got an interesting exchange sacrifice, and the knight's a little buried. So that's a fun option. And then bishop takes h5 was an option as well, where we can make this silly trade. g6, nice move, forcing f takes g... Wow, g6, what a move. So f takes g6 would be obliged, but then, like, I guess we attack the knight, and, like, our knights would come here and here, threatening to come to e6 or f7. There's a lot of weaknesses around black's camp. So they take, but we sacrifice our rook to now threaten check and in. Okay. These lines would be fun to get. These lines would definitely be very fun to get. I do like the idea of swinging this into action this way. I do like the idea. Knight a3. It's Mr. Yang Yan's favorite move against the Yang Yang Gambit this way. The point is knight a3 and d3 here, and the knight can also jump into action from that part of the board. So it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. Okay. Why don't h6 is the best one yet? Okay, I'll check it out. All right, I'll play one more. I'll play a little more. I'll play until I'm very tired. e4, e5, d4 takes, knight c6, knight f3, and it's a Scotch Gambit. Yeah, that makes sense. Push gas. That's my favorite Gambit. How about now? No. Boring Italian it is. Let's show him how we do it. This is our favorite. This is how we get boring Italians. So we play h6 and g5 because we're not castled yet. We're delaying our castling because we're going that way. We are going that way. It begs the question if we can play h5 even right now. Trying to trap this bishop. h3, h4. Takes. Maybe. Why not? Queen d7 also a good move. But this is good stuff. This is exactly what we wanted. Let's play queen d7. Because, yeah, now if they play h3, even if we're just backing up, so h5, h4. What I'm going to want to do there is take, bishop takes, and we want to get him on this file, right? Knight here is well positioned, or else I would have had this knight d4 resource as well. What they're going to try to do is c3 and b4. This is worth thinking here. Okay. I'm going to start... Well, okay, castle c3, rook g8, b4. I will run out of squares. I think the best is probably to play rook g8 myself, because h5, h4 feels very inevitable. h5, b4, h4 takes. That seems quite bad for them. Honestly, There's no reason I can't just stop their idea maybe for now and then focus on mine. Oh, they're sacrificing things. Okay. I mean, I can just take this. I can probably also just go here. I'm going to take this because I'm threatening now bishop takes d2 as well. Queen takes d2 and takes f3. I don't think they saw that. It's good. I'm also... Let's play h5 first. Actually, though. Play h5 first, threatening h4. Provoking them to do something about this while I'm threatening to trap this bishop. Thank you, Mr. Mirko. So now they play h3, begging me to sacrifice. Also, I had this resource h4. Takes, but that probably plays better with this pin. Bishop takes d2, h takes g4. I didn't really realize that so much. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. No. Yes, why not? Let's go for it. Takes. And queen takes. And I'm just going to try and go run them over. h4, g4, g3. I'm not sure if that was the best. Another option that made a lot of sense there was actually even just trading. And they takes f3 and then just g4. I think that was more straightforward. Forcing a pawn trade because they had a pawn still on h3. So they're threatening f7. Okay. Want h4, bishop back. And I have a few ideas there, such as like trade and knight g4, but position feels more urgent than that. For example, bishop b5 makes some threats, or bishop d5. Better to have my bishop here than I would be threatening queen takes g3 in this position, right? Would have been better. All right, let's not have that hanging anymore. Bishop is now back where it should belong, and now I'm trying to take this. Okay. My king feels safe. Oh, they forgot about this. They forgot about this. I think it wasn't good even if they remembered about it, but they didn't remember about it. g4, g3 is good. Knight g4 is also good. And let's take even more. Again, g4, g3. Trade queens. Okay, and we're a rook ahead. No. Well, I mean, I got a lot of pawns also. Got a lot of pawns. Alright, I guess we'll play it out. I might just roll with these. f5. Takes in rook f7. Takes rook g4 check. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a good way to play against the Italians in general. Wait for them to castle. And we want to play h6 and g5 against bishop g5, right? Because then we'll castle this way, and then it's the opposite of weakness. The reason why I call this the battlefield gambit is because of h6 in that line. Okay, okay. I'll check it out. All right. I will definitely check it. I'll probably check it out after the stream. Okay. At least one more. Alapin. We love it. Our favorite. Favorite opening as black against the Italian. Favorite opening as black against the Italian. Well, there's no name I could say there. You kind of narrowed it down. But that's what I like to do. What you just saw. So basically, I'm staying back with my king. My bishop is trying to come to g4 in all cases. Even if they play h3, I'm playing h6, g5, g4, takes, and bishop takes g4. That's the plan. Let's play here. You got a couple options. Play your knight e5. I like this. Will do. So yeah, that's. I mean, I have to face them. Oh, I got takes and check. I do have to face them, you know, as a Bushcast player, but you know, White's really not playing for anything, and I think I have my fair share of some pretty nice attacks and, you know, making them regret their choices. I'll message you. Oh, I really like that game. The game against Zagalco. That's one of my favorite games I've ever played. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, we have check and winning the bishop now as well. They should have landed with the knight probably rather than taken with the knight, so that the knight had knight d7 at least. Something's going on out there. Okay, we're up 2 pieces here. Bishop d4. There's just f6, I guess. Player f3, trying to shift along here. Maybe that. Should they have queen e4 or something? Yeah, they had f6 the whole time. There's nothing I could really do about it. Attacking that. Trying to make some threats. Still gotta stay in good spots with my pieces. Whoa! Thought I would fall for that. It was a good try. It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Alright, guys. I feel myself fading a little bit, but you're already on my YouTube channel, so you can click right there to subscribe, and the link tree is also linked right there where you can get links to the Discord, which is an awesome community where we share games and everything, and new Gambit Genius video will go live tomorrow morning. For those of you on the other side of the world, that's just like 11 hours from now probably, so I'm really excited for that. That's games you guys have shared, which is just great stuff. And yeah, content's gonna keep coming, and thanks to you guys. And Linktree there, you can get my whole repertoire, all the gambits that are there, and you know, you can learn how to play all of them. So yeah, Bushcast is so dumb and so deep at the same time. Thanks. I don't know. I love playing it. I'm going to keep playing it until I can't any longer. No problem. Thank you. See you next time. I would raid some